Good morning, class 5. Well, we have a value education class today. Of course, not a live, but then an audiovisual, right? So it's been quite some time that we have done a story from the book, right? We have had quite a number of activities, remember? We've had unity in diversity, the activity, okay, then we had protecting the environment. We had an activity where you had to shoot a video, and religiously very few had sent me the videos. I am yet waiting for you to send us your videos so that we can compile it together, right? Then lately I had also asked you to do a PowerPoint slide on my value system. Remember, I had taught you also how to do it. So that is something which I am yet to receive. So today it's like a knock on you. Fine, you have to send me 3 value education activities. Please do the same. The ones who have sent, especially Aditya, he has been religiously sending me everything, right? So the ones who have sent, there are quite a number of other students also who have been sending me religiously their value education activity also. I, applaud and laud your efforts. But I understand it is not a major subject. Yes, it is not even a subject where you are going to be evaluated, right? But it is a very, very integral part of our education system. Why has the board been insisting of including value education or moral science in our curriculum? Why? Because there must be something which makes a difference to the way we live, to the way we behave, because that forms a basic system of our human mind and soul. So value education is very, very important. Now today we are going to do book number 6. I hope you can see this. Yes. And the name of the story is The 2 Soldiers. Okay. The 2 Soldiers. You know who's a soldier? You know who's a soldier? A soldier is somebody who fights for his or her own country. A soldier is somebody who protects the boundaries of our country. So this particular story is about 2 soldiers, and I have taken up a lesson from book number 6 of my best book, right? Chapter number 7 of value education. Now we have now children who have not been able to understand, okay, this is called graphic stories. I think if you have brothers and sisters in class 4, you will see that they have also done the same way. Okay, graphic stories. These are called graphic stories. So class 5, practice, something of your own. Maybe you can have a graphic story on a particular incident in your life on a single day, right? So we have little graphic stories right at the beginning of our lesson, okay, which gives us a moral value. Now before that, if you can see, there is a famous quote by Lyndon B. Johnson, okay. Peace is a journey of 1,000 miles, and it must be taken one step at a time. Okay, you can see this. There is a quote here, right? Peace is a journey of 1,000 miles, and it must be taken one step at a time. Now, let's get going. Fine. I am not going to carry the grocery bag. It's the first dialogue by the cartoon character, which is there in your graphic story, your illustrated story there. Why not? I carried it the last time. That noise is deafening. Okay. It disturbs peace. Okay. So you can see this. There's a mic out there. Yes. So there's some noise coming out. All right. So that is what you can see them plugging their fingers in their ears. I guess our arguments also disturb peace. Yes, the peace between us. Now, from behind the stories. Now let us just see what the story is about. Now this has been taken, adapted from Dan Kedding's story, The Two Warriors, the Two Warriors. Okay. Once upon a time, a war broke out between two kingdoms. It was dreadful and all hell broke loose. Okay, there was a war, and automatically when there's a war, what happens? There's a lot of disturbance there. Normal way of living gets disrupted, isn't it? The normal way of living gets disrupted. It was dreadful and all hell broke loose. There was all hell broke loose means, what is that? Meaning of the phrase all hell broke loose means totally normal life was disrupted. There was confusion. There was a huge loss of life and property, but the war wouldn't end. One day the troops, that means the entire battalion of soldiers of both the kingdoms, clashed near a mountain. They continued fighting until one soldier from each troop survived. The sun was setting and both of them were exhausted. Okay, they decided to sit and rest while waiting for the sun to rise again. Okay, so one soldier from each troop had only survived, means out of that entire battalion only 2 survivors were there. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the destruction and the damage? So they decided to, it was like they were totally tired and stressed and worked up. So they decided to sit down and rest, right? The sun was setting and both of them were exhausted, means very tired. So they decided to sit and rest while waiting for the sun to rise again. As the soldiers sat down on the rocks, they looked at each other. One soldier broke the ice and started talking. Breaking the ice means, breaking off the silence. It's not literally meaning you take ice out of your refrigerator and break it. No, it means there's a deafening silence. What is a deafening silence? Remember, I spoke about it during our English class yesterday, right? Fine, I had spoken about it on the 14th. Fine. Yesterday itself in the live class, that deafening silence in the class, that means the silence is audible. All right, there's like sanata, that's called. So similarly, breaking the ice is again a way of expressing. Okay, it means you are breaking off the silence and you're breaking that stillness between 2 or 3 people, and you talk and started talking. First soldier, hesitatingly, "Are you injured?" Second soldier, "Not much, but I'm very tired." Okay, so let's see. There's a dialogue delivery between both of them. Had we been in school, we could have had a role play whenever we would do stories from Value Education book. First soldier, "I don't know how long I can continue fighting." I don't know how I can continue fighting, It's stressful, isn't it? Fighting and protecting and killing. It takes a toll on your mental capacity as well. Second soldier with a sad expression, "I haven't seen my children for many months." I suppose all those who have parents or family members working in the army, y'all are all aware how difficult a life they have. They hardly get holidays, hardly the family can go and stay with them, isn't it? Hardly they get to meet their children, and very few vacations in life they get. They're all the time standing guard, a stressful and a rigorous life they have to protect the nation we live in. We have been living so peacefully, isn't it? So with a sad expression, "I haven't seen my children in months." First soldier, "How many children do you have?" Second soldier, "I have 2 children, a boy and a girl." A girl and a boy, that's what he said. First soldier, "They must also be missing you." Second soldier, "Yes, they must be. But I don't know if I will see them ever again. Just imagine, because they don't have guarantee to their life. They don't have a guarantee to their life. They don't know whether tomorrow they would be alive or dead. That's so sad, isn't it? That's so sad. It gives me goosebumps the moment you think about it. Had I had somebody from the defense in my family, I don't have, unfortunately, I have no one serving the army in my family. I suppose all those who have people in their family serving the army or the Navy or the Indian Air Force, I suppose you can relate to what the soldier out here is saying. First soldier, they must be missing you. Second soldier, yes, they must be, but I don't know if I will ever see them again. First soldier, sighing, letting out a deep breath. My mother is very old and she's alone at home. I have also not seen her in months. So one is a young soldier, the other one is a middle-aged soldier. Okay, I don't know how she must be taking care of herself. So the first soldier is younger to that of the second soldier, right? Isn't it? So he's talking about his children, and the first soldier is talking about his mom. The second soldier kept a hand on his shoulder to calm him down, because second soldier seems to be little, mature, because he is older than the first soldier. So he kept a hand on his shoulder and said, calm down, just calm, you pacify people when they are excited or when they feel sad, don't you? You just, give them a hug, or give them, like we have a jadoo ka jhappi, isn't it? Which we can't do that. Or we just shake hand and, give them a knuckle shake, or maybe pat them on their shoulder, or keep a hand on their shoulder to just calm them down and console, right? That is what the second soldier has done. The second soldier kept a hand on his shoulder to calm him down. First soldier, gathering himself, okay, he said, no, I just can't feel sorry, I just can't feel low, I have to come back to my senses. So that means gathering himself together. We are supposed to be brave, isn't it? We are supposed to be brave. We just can't be sad, we cannot have sadness conquer us, defeat us. Second soldier, yes, we have to fight for kingdoms. We do not fight for ourselves, but for the people of our kingdom. Hamare khushi, aapke khushi mein, isn't it? That is what the feeling they have. First soldier, what do we have to fight? Why do we have to fight at all? Why should there be war? Why should there be hatred? Why can't there be peace? Absolutely, he's so correct. Why can't there be communal harmony? Why can't there be peace and harmony around every nation in the world? Second soldier, throwing his hands up in despair, throwing his hands up, right up in despair. That's called in sadness, in giving up, in losing hope. Maybe because humans do not know how to live in peace. He's so correct, isn't it? We don't know how to live together, how to live united. We always demand our likings, we also always demand our wishes to be fulfilled, and we have such a lot of spite towards, we have to create peace, isn't it? Right? Peace is in vogue now. That's what we say. Peace is in vogue now. That means it's in fashion now. So keep calm and be at peace, isn't it? All right. So peace is the new cool. That's how you can have a meme. You know what's a meme, right? So peace is the new cool. So kindness is the new cool. That's what we say. Okay. Maybe because humans do not know how to live in peace. First soldier, they can learn to live in peace. Second soldier, how? First soldier, we can make a new beginning here. So we can teach them, basically set an example. See, soldier to soldier. It's a soldier talk going about. Man to man talk. Second soldier, confused. A new beginning? How can we do a new beginning? We are fighting for our kingdom. So first soldier, we can spare each others' lives. So you see, they are both from opponent groups, isn't it? And they were resting. So from either of the, so each one do not belong to their own group, isn't it? So they are from, one is from one kingdom, the other one is from the enemy kingdom. So they said, we can set example, isn't it? We can set aside our differences, we can keep them apart and be friends. So automatically, the other two the kingdom as a whole will also share their courtesy and be friends. We can spare each other's life here and let humanity live. See, that's how you make an example. Second soldier, shocked, but how is that possible? What will we tell the people of our kingdoms? What will we tell the people of our kingdoms? First soldier, that peace prevailed over enmity. See, fantastic. That means peace conquered enmity, isn't it? Prevail means lasted more, okay, stayed back. Okay, threw away enmity. Both the soldiers embraced. Embrace means jhappi, hugging each other. Embraced each other and walked in different directions towards their kingdom. Okay, what a beautiful story. Now, what would be your activity? Your activity would be to just write a paragraph. You know, it can be in the form of a diary entry. That means you had fought with somebody, okay, in your life, right? Maybe life till class 5, okay? And after going through this particular story from value education, you want to, go back to that incident and maybe apologize. So you can just write maybe a letter to your friend and apologize and say, let us be friends again. So it can be either a paragraph, okay, where your thoughts are prevailing about what I wish we could go back to the old days, or else it's better you write a letter, okay? It's going to be an informal letter. I'm sure you must have fought with somebody in life, maybe your family members, maybe your friend, okay? And you are basically writing a letter to make up, say sorry and make up. That is the only activity after going through this chapter. So you're going to write a letter to your friend and you speak about the incident, what had happened, where you stopped talking to your friend. But after reading this chapter where two soldiers, shake hands, two soldiers of enemy kingdoms shake hands and become friends and spread that peace prevailed over enmity concept amongst both the kingdoms. After reading that story, you feel you should also try to make a difference. So you're going to write a letter. See, this is your homework. So this will be a part of your creative writing as well. So you are going to write a letter, all right, to your friend or cousin or anybody of your family. It's going to be an informal letter, all right, not a formal letter. Okay, you are going to say sorry, okay, and make up and say, let us become friends again. It can be a page long letter. All right, but it has to be written beautifully, which is going to touch my heart. All right, so may I take leave? See you tomorrow again during the live class, right? Have fun, do the work, go through the audio visuals. Fine, have a great day ahead, right? I'm sure y'all must have enjoyed because of the many festivals we had yesterday, isn't it? Unity in diversity. India is one of the countries which celebrates so many festivals on the same day, isn't it? It's great and it's a pride to be a member of that nation, isn't it? A citizen of that country, right? So bye, see you, take care.